Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 31st, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Monday through Thursday. Now, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Guardian Angel cards. I will also pull one from my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, this is the introduction. This is the introduction for all of the videos. And then if you want to bypass this introduction for anyone that's new, or if you cross-watch, then write down around there in the description. In the description, it'll say something like, if you want to cross-watch, go here. Will be a timestamp, and you can then just bypass the introduction. Okay, so what we're going to do, though, for the introduction, we are going to do a reading with my Waite Rider tarot cards, the traditional, and my Osha Zen tarot card. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy, but just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to God, Source, Holy Spirit, and just ask for whatever needs to come through, Okay? Now, I generally do talk a little bit about what's going on in the stars and the planetary movements. We are in Scorpio season. Mars has just gone retrograde on the 30th of October, but it's still in a very slow motion right now. It is in Gemini, so that's very intellectual. A lot of things coming up. Gemini is very curious energy here, air energy, thinking through things, hearing news, making some plans, okay? And Mars, which is associated with Scorpio season, very powerful warrior energy, very Aries, Mars, Aries, very, Greek, Roman mythology, whichever one you want to choose. So very much the god of war. Okay, so it's right now, it's just standing there, and it will be moving, like I said, retrograde. And it's a little bit of an odd retrograde right now because retrograde season is just about over, where planets should be going more direct, and here Mars does something a little bit different. Okay, on the 31st, November 1st and 2nd, we have Samhain, we have Halloween, we have All Saints Day and All Souls Day. So this is a time when people can feel that the veil between this world and the other, the natural and the supernatural, is very, very thin. So we can, have people, thoughts, dimensional transferences. It's all very interesting. Now, I really feel, because now we are in, last new moon, Scorpio, was a semi-eclipse, semi-solar eclipse. But then the next full moon, Taurus, on the 8th, will be a full lunar eclipse. It just seems like, and I'm going to post on my website the dates. I really haven't done any analysis just yet. I kind of know it and see it in my mind. But it just seems, I would say, from the November 5th through the 11th, the planets seem very, very intense. Now, we're very intense right now, but there's not a lot of movement right now. So it's just kind of like we're all feeling this watch and wait. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And then, like I said, on the 5th through the 11th, there's this like poking at the bear type of energy, or poking at the bull, whichever we want to say, poking at the phoenix type of energy. Intense energy. So we'll talk a little bit more about that next time, in our next readings. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. I'll do the dealer shuffle with our cards. Higher power. What would you like people to know? What's going to be going on from Monday through Thursday? What is going to be happening here? Or what kind of energies, should we say, is going to be? Again, very intense, very between the veils. Keep your vibrations high. Try some new things. New things do help you to change up your routine a little bit. It does help you to keep your vibrations on the higher side, and that's what we are called to do. We are called to be, should we choose, we are called to be the light workers, the star seeds, and indigo, crystal, a lot of different names for this type of time of our lives. But we need to choose, and it is a choice. Everything's a choice. We need to choose to keep our vibrations elevated, to keep, to keep our focus more on the light energy. Okay, let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards are face down. Anything reversed has a little stronger energy. Court cards have dual energy, so just kind of know that when I talk about that. So here we go. First card is the Magician. Anything can happen. We have more power than we think. As in heaven, so on earth. This is a major arcana energy, major arcana card. This is a 1, new beginning. It's the first step of the Fool's energy, the Fool's journey. And this is where, and the Fool is that 0 energy, 0 card, and where you have to just have faith. But the first person he meets, or she meets, is the Magician on his journey. And the Magician says, you've got more power than you actually think. Okay? You do need to connect with the heavens, your source, God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. Whatever that is that you call source. But, like I said, this is about what, as in heaven, so on earth. You have more power than you definitely think. We need to, during this time, I always say prayer, meditation, talking out loud, very strong, very powerful ways to make things happen. There's also other ways too, but you have to kind of look that up a little bit more yourself. So Magician energy, we do have the the air, we have the air energy, we have the water energy, we have the earth energy, we do have the fire energy also. So it's pulling all the energies of the earth, fire being our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air being our Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, earth being our Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and water being our Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. So it does take it all together. It does integrate it all together, and it says for us to use that energy. Now we have the infinity sign that that we can't even. The infinity sign is the Magician with the infinity sign is basically saying the only limitations we have are the ones we put upon ourselves. So interesting with that one. Next card is, so now we have that Ace of Swords. Sword energy, again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, thought processes, making plans, thinking things through. Also, it is hearing news. So the Ace of Swords, Ace is a 1, new beginning, numbers, again, 1 energy here. This does have an interesting, the hand coming from the clouds. There is a divine energy there. There is a divine message here. There is a divine new process, new thinking. I've talked, if you've been following me, I know I talk so much about that Saturn in Aquarius energy going on. And then we have the Mars in Gemini energy going on. So there's a lot of this air energy. There's a lot of this push-pull. There's a lot of revelation type of energies, new thoughts, new ways of thinking type of energy. So whatever it is, and part of that could go back to the Magician. It could even say that the world is going to be seeing a new way of thinking. But again, the world needs to know that we have more power, more influence than we even think. Okay, so new thoughts, new ideas, new challenges. So the Ace of Swords does bring challenges with it. Your next card is the Hermit. This is reversed. This is a 9. 9 has, you have everything. Let's wrap it up. The Hermit steps back. The Hermit spends time, by himself, herself. The Hermit connects with his higher power, her higher power. The Hermit not necessarily. If you look at the hermit's looking down, and yet there is the lantern showing his way. But he's not looking ahead. He's actually looking where he's at now. But like I said, but he does have his light. He does have his way. There is some illumination, but he must be in the dark in order for him to have his lantern. So right now he doesn't really know everything. He doesn't know all, but he has to, that's why he steps away from the drama of others. That's the way he doesn't necessarily, he needs to find his own path, and he does that through meditation, connecting, prayer. But a couple of things, he's looking down. What is this? Is this water? Is this snow? Not quite sure, but there is the ground is it not necessarily smooth for him. He does have his staff, which will help him in his direction also, kind of test the footing, test his footing. But he does have his light, and his light does help to show him. But it's not like a big bright light. It's not like the sun energy. So he's still in the dark. He still knows that he has to have that connection. And if you, the connection between the two of these and the other cards in my Radley Valentine, these are both Archangel Raziel. So that in itself I find, very interesting. Both, again, connecting with higher power. So this is a week to really connect with higher power, have a little more confidence, but at the same time know that your journey is, it's almost like your journey is kind of set, okay? But do you choose to take that path? Okay, let's see what we have with our Osha Zen Tarot cards. So the other ones, like I just mentioned, fire energy, rod energy, that again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it's passionate, it's very burning, very determined energy. We have our Earth Pentacles energy, which is again Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. That's our money, job, career, tangible energy. And then of course we have the water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and that is our fluid, emotional energy, very spiritual energy too. So now I was talking about the court cards. So the page's underlying energy is our earth. The knight's underlying energy is our fire. The queen's underlying energy is our water. And the king's underlying energy is our sword. So, or our air energy. So whatever this stuff is, whatever this new idea, new challenge is, there's a very strong connection that we may not necessarily like what we're seeing or hearing, or we might not understand it. Again, connect with higher power, whether to be bold or whether to, be a little, I'm not going to say, that the hermit is not necessarily bold, but the hermit, like I said, is not following everyone's path. Okay, let's see what we have, Osha Zen Tarot. What do we have for this week? Traveling. Remember, I'm talking about some pathways here. Now, this is an 8. I mentioned kind of the infinity sign. So if you look at the 8 like that, infinity, but it is basically it's unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. The path here is not, now there's a little person there, I think there. The path is not necessarily easy. The path is not necessarily lit. The path seems very cloudy in many points. Again, needing the staff of the, to help you find your footing, needing the light. But at the end of the path is the sun. At the end of the path is the light. But it's not necessarily an easy path for, So next week, energy is not necessarily easy, but we do have a lot of higher power energy here. It does open up a lot of new ways of thinking about things, and a lot of new ways of seeing things too. It's just the path, and it does look like the path is on the longer side. It's a little windy. It's going through the fog. It's going, you really can't see where you're going. And so a lot of it will be, going and doing by trust. Okay. Let me know what this is. I am feeling better. Not totally 100%, but I've been reading the comments and I will be answering them. I think I'm going to be doing better this weekend. So my goal is to start answering your comments this weekend. Please, and I love that. So thank you. So please take a moment, because I'm a smaller channel and this month has been all wiggly waggly type of things. Please, please, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. You don't know, it really helps channels like mine. Missing even one, it just throws out the whole algorithm. But why don't we go on and start our readings now? And hello to my Leos, and how are you? Okay, I've talked about Uranus in Taurus. We're coming to that full eclipse. That's on the 8th. More to come about it. But do you feel like things are ramping up for you, or do you think kind of like you can almost taste it, you can almost touch it? Well, things are about to get interesting. I feel spicy times for my Leos. Spicy. That's a good word for it. That's a good word. I feel spicy. Spice, spice of life. Salt is helps to flavor our life a little bit, but spices are also very needed. I don't know. I feel it like at times are getting spicy for my Leos. Here we go. Do you like things spicy? Yeah, Leos can tend to do that. Okay, higher power. What do we have for our Leos for this week? Spicy. Let's see what we've got. We've been getting a lot of reversed energies, reverse cards, so stronger energies. Let's see what this is all about. First card, the King of Gabriel. Now, we've been getting a few kings, but this is the first King of Gabriel. So King's underlying energy is air. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Aquarius and Gemini, strong planetary motions right now in there. This is also Gabriel, which is our Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this is your energy. Not a lot of things going on in the fire signs right now, or in any of those that I've talked about, except that Jupiter has moved into Pisces. But it's really a time of dreams, and it's really a time of figuring out what your dreams are. Well, that's there. And then it will start going direct and then move back into Aries. And things will really be moving much, much faster when it does. So how does that work with that King of Gabriel? The King of Gabriel is very very forward thinking, okay? Is kind of like, the King of Gabriel, because of the air energy, is actually like, okay, has that 2-week plan, that 6-week plan, that 5-year plan, that 10-year plan. Very forward thinking in what needs to be done and what the king wants to do. But the Gabriel energy is like, while I have my plan, I'm going to have some fun in between it. And that doesn't mean if I don't quite make it in a week or 2 weeks, then you know what, we're just going to push it off a little bit. We're going to we're going to have a little bit of fun during this time. We're going to be going forward at this time. But we're not necessarily going to be sticking to a strict timeline. So there's this type of energy, and I don't know if this is because of this full moon. It's kind of like, yes, we are moving forward. We are going in the direction I want to go in, but I'm not. But again, Uranus, expect the unexpected. I'm not going to be tied to a timeline. The King of Gabriel also looks at a bigger picture. Doesn't look at it. Isn't as linear. Isn't as emotional. Well, isn't as linear as the King of Air. Isn't as emotional as the King of Water. Basically, this one looks at the bigger picture and again says, hey, if an opportunity comes in here, I might follow that opportunity. So there's something going on that, even though, my Leos, you know your steps, you know where you want to go, the king, I'm getting this kind of, I'm getting these feelings that opportunities that are going to come in for you, and it could be for this week, that's like, yeah, I know that you're going this way. This is the secure path, but why don't we go off and play over here a little bit? Now, when I say play, I'm not necessarily meaning actually playing, but, doing the stuff that brings you money, doing the stuff that enhances your career. It may stall your career a little bit, but it's so darn interesting that you're like, I got to check this out. I just have to check this out. Now, the King of Gabriel does not concentrate on the little details. Okay, so generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that does lead to success. Genuine concern for others. So it's like I said, you know where you want to go. You know what you it doesn't matter though if you are CEO of this type of company. It doesn't matter if you're CEO of that type of company. You just said, I want to be a CEO, or I want to own my own company, which would make you that CEO, or I want to have this for whatever it is that I am doing. But it doesn't necessarily matter what the product line. You know what you want. It doesn't necessarily matter what it is that you're on top of, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, let's see what this is. Next card, the Empress. So now, again, reverse, we have a 3. 3 has creative and celebratory energy. It's also the power of 3, okay? Now, this is Archangel Gabriel, so you could be hearing news. Again, remember I said something about here that it could be kind of like, okay, I'm going to be doing, this is my life. I'm okay with this. Oh, let's go over here. I hear about something new. There's a new opportunity. They want to revamp my my whatever, okay? Revamp my division, or they want to it's just, it brings you more. It may not necessarily fit in what you're thinking, but you're prepared for any opportunity type of energy. So the Empress has this abundance. The Empress has a very feminine, divine energy, kind of like, I think of her as like the Holy Spirit energy. She's very creative. She's always pregnant. But she's pregnant with ideas. She's pregnant with possibilities. She wants to offer. She wants to give. She wants to make things happen for. And Gabriel is the divine messenger. So he could be bringing, he could be bringing news about all these ideas. So something's happening this week as we enter into another time where Uranus is doing things with our Taurus energy, and Taurus work energy for you, and expect the unexpected. But this looks quite lovely. This looks quite exciting energy. Now the Empress to me also, more so when Mercury is retrograde, but this is kind of an interesting time too. Has a lot of karmic resolution to her also. So maybe all the work you've been putting in, it finally pays off. You get that return on investment. But again, I kind of feel like, keep your opportunities, keep your, I don't know, it says keep your eyes on the big picture, but be flexible. This is a really good week for flexibility. Okay. So time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Love her. Love her. Next card reversed again is the Knight of Ariel. So now, Knight's underlying energy is your energy. Fire. Ariel is our earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn and Taurus, big players right now. Taurus, we're right around that full moon. So the Knight energy, the Knight, of course, is directional. Kind of figures it out, which way am I going to go, and then goes there. The fire part of the energy, yours, is like, okay, let's do this. The nice thing about the Knight of Ariel is that Ariel kind of says, okay, we're going to do this, but let's think about this first. Now, we're not going to necessarily worry so much about those details, but we want to make sure it does make a little bit of sense. And even though this might be a detour, we have to be flexible. The Knight of Ariel does bring some rules and regulations. But once that part of the Knight of Ariel has been met, you can't stop him. You can't stop him. Okay? So there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. being watched over by someone kind. So it's like the plan, okay, well, we'll make the plan, okay. And again, the plan's going to be flexible. The plan's going to be, it's going to be flexible. It's going to be strong enough that you feel secure, but flexible enough that you're going to have some fun with it too. And you can get started, okay? So interesting energies for this week. You know, I love it. I do love it. The Empress brings really powerful energy and lots of creativity, lots of abundance. Maybe even, you know, maybe Archangel Gabriel brings news of new opportunities too with this. Again, be flexible this week. Okay, okay, these flipped. And we have the Messenger of Emotion, which is the Page of Cups. Pages underlying is Earth. Cups is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. Now, a lot of times Page of Cups and Knight of Cups has a very romantic leaning, but it is an emotional leaning, okay? You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. There's a person involved who's very gentle and loving, with only the kindest of intentions. It could be you, especially if you're artistic, shy, and sensitive. So something about this means that there, you know, I kind of feel like there's somebody that's going to be a helper in this. And there's a kindness with that. I do not know what this next card is. The Messenger of Abundance. So this is the Page of Earth. And remember, underlying energy, Earth, Earth. So not only is this, you know, is there going to be maybe a helper here, but it is going to be an emotional, like, yeah, this is finally. So there could be this major breakthrough, major, like, yes, this is the way I want to go here. But the Messenger of Abundance is, you know, I love pages, well, and they can bring messages, but pages just jump right in and they're like very confident in their abilities. So this is wonderful news regarding your career. A new job or a promotion or acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. You might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. This situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous. So that could be my Leos. This person, who may be you, is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. So there's something new there's something new for this week. Be flexible. Be flexible enough to take a look at it at least. Okay? Here we go. Let's see inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies. Let's see what we've got here. For my Leos again. For my Leos again. Let's see. So the only number we really have right here is 3. Creativity, celebration, and the power of 3. Interesting. We've got all these court cards around us. So there is a, you know, the court cards, there is a royal bearing to this. And, you know, so my lions, kings. Okay, reversed. Follow your shining star. Something amazing. Anyway, follow your instincts and then be resolute in what you're doing. And that would be your Knight of Ariel. Knowing that you are supported by angels. Follow your shining stars. Oh, I love that one. I do. That's a good one. Anyway, let's see, my Leos, what crystal or energy would be helpful for you, maybe to carry with you for this week. Let's see. Leos, Leos, Leos. But again, like I said, be flexible. Follow your instincts, and be flexible. Okay, here we are. Again, reversed. Clear quartz, an amazing crystal. You can program this. Psychic abilities, enhanced intuition, mental clarity, magnified energy. Cleared quartz. Interesting, very strong, changeable energies for the positive coming this way. Be flexible enough, my Leos. Don't get so bogged down by the details, and have some fun as this comes your way. Anyway, my Leos, please comment. Let me know what this meant. Take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Leos, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.